Welcome back to Coffee with Kirren. Today we're talking about making it in Dubai's real estate world. It's not just about properties, it's about who you know, understanding different cultures, and keep going when things get tough. We briefly touched on these subjects in a previous show, but wanted to go a little more further into the importance and how it can play a pivotal role in your journey as a real estate agent. So I've invited back my favourite experienced agents to discuss with me. Grab your coffee and join us. Welcome back, Kamba, Stasia, and Christiana. So glad you're here. Dubai is a place where who you know is really important. So what would you recommend to an aspiring agent on how to network and where to network? Like what kind of things do you do yourself?
Yeah, so I completely agree that Dubai is a city where you can build a very solid networking. So you can find it anywhere. I don't think there is a specific secret because you can be in an elevator and you can just have a small talk with a person. Then you build kind of connection and you can end up closing a deal with a person.
Yeah.
So you never know, but I think all Dubai is about different people, different opportunities. So whenever you go, you can have a morning coffee in a coffee shop and meet someone. You can go for brunch on Saturday and meet people there. So Dubai is all about opportunities.
Yeah.
You can be waiting on a traffic light as well and meet someone. So I don't think there is a secret. It's about your mindset.
Yeah.
So we met another day and Christiana, actually, she was saying about that if you have this mindset that you are open to people and you're ready to meet any person next to you and to build a friendship and then partnership, so you will get it anywhere. It's not about being in a specific place. It's, of course, you can find like more your places of power, let's say, because I feel like there are places where we have more luck. We feel good in this place. We feel like we are more inspired. We like more into meeting people, and it's about having this mood.
Yeah, it's probably where you're in your element as well.
Yeah.
Like if you're having more luck in a particular place, might be where you're probably your most authentic self or your most professional self. So you're attracting that attention.
Exactly. So you can just show your better qualities there.
Yeah.
And in that place. So I think it's about that.
I think I'll be honest with you. One of the best places I networked, I was with Kamba actually. And we unexpectedly, one day Kamba rang me, "What you doing?" "I'm not doing nothing." "Okay, let's go to the Abu Dhabi boat show." And we went there and, I was not expecting to network with anyone, I'll be honest with you. I was just thinking I was going to go and just walk around and look at some nice boats. But actually we ended up crossing paths with someone that then later on turned out to be that they had changed jobs and then needed real estate advice, and then we'd met up with them and then it turned into a deal, which was amazing. So, but that took like a year, right? It took a year to actually turn into a deal. But we stayed in touch and still pushing it and, getting it through. And the whole networking purpose was to help each other as well, wasn't it? It was like they were going to refer clients to us and we were going to refer clients to them.
Exactly.
But you're very big on networking. You've literally been all over the place in this last week in events in Dubai, right?
Exactly. I mean, in Dubai, the best thing is you get people from all over the world. You get people from different background, different nationality, different mindset. And the good thing is because they are new in Dubai, they want to talk to people. They want to understand what the city is about, what people are doing in the city, how do you thrive in the city, get experience from different people, advice from different people. So you get more open-minded people over here. So speaking to people in Dubai is quite easy. That's the reason that networking in Dubai works. It's easy. You can, as Stasia said or Christiana said, that you can catch up in the lift. You can meet people in the gym. You can just simply say hi and they're going to be very nice to you. They're kind of nice people over here. They don't kind of say, "Oh, who's this random person speaking to me?" or why does he want to invade my private space?
Yeah, it's not the UK.
Exactly. So it's like that's the good thing. And over here also, like, if it depends on what type of networking you want to do. You want to do networking for your personal friend group, or you want to do networking for your business, and they have specific places for it. Yeah, it's like in your luck as well. Sometimes you might bump into someone in a random place which you never thought that you would bump into that person, or it can be any specific area. Like as you talked about that, I'm going to events and shows.
Yeah.
That's like the focus of people is investment. So I go there to speak to people or meet people because they know they're coming there with a mindset of investing into anything, which is, let's say there was a exhibition for food festival
Yeah,
in Dubai.
that was massive.
Exactly.
I had so many clients from America come over just for that.
Yeah.
I called it a conference, that event. And it was crazy. And I went to go pick one of them up from the trade center. The traffic was crazy. The amount of people coming in and out. I just can't believe I missed that opportunity, to be honest.
Exactly, yeah. So these are the kind of places you want to be in if you want to network with high net worth individuals or people who are into investments or business. Because if you talk about real estate, these are the people who want to buy real estate, who wants to probably settle down in Dubai because they are thinking to do business in Dubai. So you have to kind of think where two things come together, which is business and your residence. So you kind of have to go there, perhaps good restaurants as well, or good lounges and events. That really plays a good part in networking.
Sure.
So yeah, network is your net worth.
Yes,
True.
100%.
I agree. Another thing that I've personally focused on, except the direct clients, which has helped me a lot in secondary at least, is, for example, with any, even simple people that you would think, why would I talk to him? But on the other hand, even someone that washes the car, for example,
Yeah.
they can meet the owner of a 1 or 2 number car plate.
Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this when we first came to Dubai. People were like, everyone's a real estate agent, even the taxi driver is,
Exactly.
because they will refer business to you.
I was going to tell
So
you now
that network is good. The referral network is amazing.
I was going to say that right now. Like, even the security from the building that
Yeah.
you are trying to arrange viewings or something, for example, a building it's still under construction and you would like the engineer to go and take some pictures or videos inside the apartment as a favor for you. I mean, it's good to connect with literally every single person.
Yeah.
The waiter in an expensive hotel in address, like the bartender, everyone.
So you guys are saying basically like you can network with everybody, but what kind of skills do you need? Like you've told us like what areas to go to. Okay, so but you need to, I feel like you need to have like confidence. Like, so do you go and approach people, or do people just come to you, or is it just a natural thing? Like you're sat at the same table, or you're like, how do you actually start those initial conversations when you're networking? Because so often that in the companies I've worked in before, and I know we were told this when we were working together, Stasia, that go out there, go network. And the company you and I worked at together, they actually taught me the places to go to network. And they said to me, just go work in a hotel lobby, a 5-star hotel lobby. And once you start talking, people are just going to come to you. You don't even need to do anything. And I'll be honest, it did happen a few times. And I was just talking, making my phone calls. They heard me talking about real estate. They heard the way I talked. And that was enough to strike up a conversation. And they came to me. But actually, as time went on, I couldn't sit there and wait to be picked up by someone like I'm dating or something. But like, so then you have to switch it around and you have to go be the proactive one and go and like get that person to talk to you. So how would you approach someone?
I was going to say every person is different, honestly. You can try and read the body language also, because some people, they don't want to be bothered at all. You can read their body language that they don't want to be bothered. So it depends. With every person, you need to have a different approach. With some people, you need to wait for them. You can initiate easily a conversation. I mean, even you can compliment her hair or her clothes, anything.
It's almost just like you're just trying to make new friends, right? It's not so much that you're trying to get their business and take the pressure off it.
At the end of the day, honestly, it's not just about business. You never know, because maybe you're not going to sell something to that person, but maybe you're going to end up opening a business, setting up a business with that person in a completely different field. Like, you never know, honestly.
Yeah.
You need to be open to it and friendly. And Also know your limits.
Yeah. But also, you obviously got speaking to the lady when you're working in a hotel, and that opened a door to real estate for you.
So this is why it's important. Because actually, that lady, she needed urgently to charge her phone. So because she had an important call about the deal.
Yeah.
And so she came to the desk where I was standing, and the reception basically. So she asked me to help her to charge the phone. So this is what I did. And then turned out that she spoke Russian. So this was like our also connection first to speak in the same language. So then I told her about myself a bit, and then she ended up inviting me for an interview, because she was surprised of all the experience I told her, my experience in life. And just adding to what you guys said, for the approach, I feel like still I'm missing on this part of approaching people. So it has to be something really natural. If you have an eye contact, or even some people, they start talk to me because you were saying about hotel 5-star lobby, and I live actually in the hotel building in St. Regis residences. So it's so easy for me just to go down to the lobby and do it every single day, even rather than going to the office. And you will make much. Like I think you can bring more results, right? If you just be in the right place. But again, how you build this, how you start the conversation. It can happen, it might not happen. So, because like you have to feel like it's something natural. This is when I can do that, because if you just approach people and you want something from these people, it doesn't work.
But I think that's the thing. It's the fear of, oh, hi. Oh, and then someone's like, oh, that you're trying to sell me something.
Genuine, right?
Yeah.
So I think this can work if it's something that just someone sits down next to you, and you just have something in common. Suddenly you give a compliment because really it comes from your heart. And it's not just, I have to compliment this person because he can buy. I see he or she has an expensive item, clothes, for example. So it's something that has to be just natural and flowing, But I'm still learning. I have to find the balance.
But I think it's the fear of rejection. Could you imagine you're like, oh, hi, or oh, how are you? And just like, and they like walk off.
And to be honest and to be fair, Dubai doesn't happen a lot. I see that people here are very open, they are very friendly.
No matter how rich they are.
Exactly.
I like
they're
that.
humble as well.
Humble. And even those who come from the UK, for example, that you say, those who are in the UK or in Russia are cold and like close and don't want to speak to anyone, but here they're different. Like it seems like it's the whole culture of Dubai is like about networking, about socializing, about being nice to people. And I haven't met any rude person, to be honest. I don't remember anyone who could look at me in a weird way or something, or just to be rejected personally. You get rejected when you call. This is a normal thing. Or you message. It happens every single day. But I mean, in real life, it's usually a very nice experience.
It's that whole face-to-face thing, the human side of things, where it's hard for people to reject you when you're face-to-face, which is why it's important to have meetings and Zoom calls, because there's less of a rejection there.
Or even meet the client in person. Like that's how you meet instead of calling is much better.
So I think we're talking about networking, like just going out there and just trying to talk to random people we've never spoke to or met or got no connection to. But actually referrals is also your personal network.
Exactly.
And that's super important to have, because your personal network is always going to be with you. Unless you mess up and do something wrong, you're going to always have that client with you, and they're going to refer their friends, their family, whoever else, the neighbor, whatever. So how do you ever encourage people to give you referrals?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's part of the business. And it just comes sometimes naturally, because if you give a good service to a client, he's happy with you, he trusts you. and he have seen that, yeah, Camber or let's say Cristiano or Stasi or Kirren, any of us has given them what they wanted, gone extra mile to help them, being there for them whenever they need quick responses, whether it's like information or anything. And they know that they are the right person, who know their stuff, who know the job properly. They will obviously give your name to their friends or family whenever they're ready, or like whenever they feel like they want to get something in Dubai real estate related. They will obviously refer you and your name will come up. And in general, I think that people should ask for referral from their clients. It should be a kind of thing which should be normalized in the industry, because at the end of the day, referral helps you a lot. And if you have a good referral structure as well, that can also help you connect with other industry people. So you can go connect with people working in, for example, yachts or private jets, connect with them, network with them, have a referral infrastructure or like structure with them, have an agreement or something, and give a referral fee. I mean, a lot of businesses happen like this.
Yeah.
You work on referral fee, you work on exchanging clients or cross business, B2B and stuff like that. And that's really important and big part of business.
Definitely.
So
I completely agree. Even in the shisha that I used to go, almost every day I had all my client meetings there. Even that guy, because the shisha man, he used to tell me, when I told him what I'm doing, he was like, do you know how many people, tourists, they come and they ask me, oh, I want to buy a house, I want to rent, do you know anyone? Like, from people that you would have never thought in random places.
That's one thing that when I was doing leasing and I had to like be an expert in my area of Jumeirah Islands, I was told like, get to know the security guards. Like they would tell you when a property's empty, get to know. So in Jumeirah Islands, they've got a clubhouse and they've got like a bar and a restaurant and some other stuff. And they were like, get to know the people there.
I mean, sometimes, you can be nice to that person. Just buy them a lunch, buy them a coffee. They will love you forever.
Yeah.
Because for them, that's wow. No one has ever done for them.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to be nice with people, and then they're going to respect you. They're going to like you. They'll remember you forever.
Yeah.
So these are the small things which helps you network and build credibility amongst people in Dubai.
Yeah. I think when networking as well, I think, which is also with any sales and deals with clients, is don't act desperate. Don't be like, hi, I'm an agent. Do you want to buy something? Like,
don't be salesy at all.
Yeah, be natural with it. Like you've got to really like be natural with it. Have you guys ever done something wrong when it's come to networking? Have you networked the wrong way? And what was it? Like, as in being a bit too desperate or,
So yeah, I mean, it happened to me once. I was at a bar in a restaurant. I was having a smoke and the guy next to me was having his drink.
Yeah.
And he received a phone call. So I think it was his agent. He was speaking to him about some properties or a deal which was going on between them. And I overheard the conversation. So as soon as he kind of put down his phone, I just approached him directly, which was the wrong way to do. So what I did was, obviously, as soon as he declined his call, I was like, hey, hi, nice. I was like, hey, this is Camber. I'm sorry to approach you, but actually I work in real estate. So if you're looking to buy or sell something, you can just let me know. I can help you with it. And then that really turned off the guy straight away, because I didn't kind of give him any value or didn't kind of asked him what the situation is. I just straight away went in with a sales kind of pitch.
Yeah.
So that's I think is the wrong way, because when people don't know you, they're kind of reluctant in doing business with you. So first you need to break that ice, have a conversation with them, build that credibility, make them understand why they should choose you over other people. And then it will happen naturally. I mean, sales is something which you are providing a solution to someone. So sales is going to happen if you give the solution. It is always a need and a supply.
Yeah.
So when you are fulfilling need of someone, they'll obviously come to you for the solution. So when these two things match, sales happen automatically. It's a natural thing. So that's what I would say. I mean, you need to kind of build that credibility first, break that ice, and then you can perhaps go towards.
So your mistake is like diving in too soon and going straight in with the sales pitch, right? Okay. going just back to the things about networking, and I think you were saying, Stasia, about how you should have if you might get more luck in one area than another. And I think one of those things is, like I said, where you're at your happiest. And one of the places where, surprisingly enough, I don't play golf, but golf courses. Yeah. Like, I'm happy in the clubhouse. I remember I was having dinner with my friend. We sat there talking, and we were like actually ranting about, oh my God, look, I just closed this deal, but now I've got this kind, this, and we were just like really letting off steam, and we were stressing about, am I going to get the unit for the client? And, you know, my client but wants this, and we were like openly discussing and just like sharing, like, can you think of something my client would want or whatever? And little did I know, so we're having dinner at the golf course in Damac Hills. Mm-hmm. The table sat next to me was a couple of businessmen. I didn't even pay attention to them because we were in our own thing. And one came over and goes, sorry, I just heard you say that you're in real estate. I was like, yeah. And I'm just looking at him like, what do you want? Like, I'm trying to figure out what to get my client here. And he was like, oh, sorry, here's my card. Like, I really love to chat. And I was like, oh, because you're from the UK, right? I went, yeah. And I was like, and this was my mistake. I was like, okay, no worries. And he gave me his card. And then, no, he didn't have a card. I was like, here, take my card. Uh-huh. That's the mistake. Don't give out your card. Take their card, because he took my card. I've never heard from him. Yeah. I've never ever heard from him.
This happened to me as well.
Yeah. You need to get their number. You need to get their contact details. And one of my tips, what I've learned from that is I have an electronic business card, which Christiana knows very well, because I use it in clubs, okay? I ain't ashamed. And then, so I'm just like, here, scan my QR code. And when they scan it, they have to put in their details. So I get their details automatically. Oh, nice. So, you know, they have to just quickly put in their email address or phone number, one or the other. And then it gives them access to my electronic business card. And it just helps. And then, you know, then you've got to remember to follow up, basically. So, you thought I was very clever doing that in clubs, but they can't ghost me then, can they? Let's now talk about culture. So Dubai has people from everywhere. So we briefly touched on culture on a previous episode, which is why I brought it back into this one. Now, we started touching on it, and I think we had a lot to say about it. So how has culture affected you guys in your careers as real estate agents?
Culture.
Yeah.
Oh.
Besides language, so like we all know a big selling feature as a sales agent, which makes you stand out, is if you can speak more than one language, right? Yeah. And you use that to your advantage. You use your nationality, your culture, your religion, whatever it is. You connect. That's your common ground you're going to find, and people like to buy from people. So when have you experienced some sort of cultural difference where have you had to adapt?
Well, it's a barrier that, except the language barrier that you said, now it has to do with if you are a woman or a man.
Yeah.
That they don't trust you when you are a woman, and especially if you are young or if you are average looking or beautiful, they just think that that's all you can provide.
Yeah.
You can bring on the table. They don't trust, let's say, your word. I had a client, which I sold his property successfully. And when he was to buy off plan, he was going through other agents. Oh. At the time, I did offer him another project.
Yeah.
And then after 4 months, he came back to me. He was like, oh, I should have listened to you because the project that you offered me already has appreciated. Whilst now I want to sell the project I bought. And I told him, listen, you come to me whenever it's for the hard part to resell, not a good inventory that you have. But when it's the easy part to just purchase the right project, you go to other agents, men specifically. And then I didn't hear back from him afterwards. But I'm honest at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think people are threatened by strong women sometimes as well. Again, I think it was about the whole cultural thing where people don't see a woman's role in being in a working environment, in being the person to go to for advice or guidance kind of thing. It's, you know, in some cultures that's not the role. Definitely not in my culture. I'm dead against it. But I think you guys were saying about you found townhouses for someone and then they ended up buying with somebody else. You were telling that story before.
Yeah, because of the language barrier also. I mean, they were completely another nationality. They were Chinese.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that, for example, Chinese prefer to work with their own people.
Yeah.
Russian prefer with Russian agents. Arabs with people that speak Arabic.
Yeah.
We face this every single day. For me, these are some things I face, and of course the time wasters that they are just trying to flirt with girls. And that's another thing that really bothers me. It's because some girls do offer other services, but
Yeah.
I pay for it. They waste my time. And till this day, a guy that has tried to flirt with me has never bought a property from
Yeah.
me. For
Yeah.
the obvious reasons. But it's very annoying as a female in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is also another thing to add to the not working matter, because sometimes if you, being a woman, you approach a man, it can be also understood wrongly.
Incorrectly,
you know?
yeah.
So how do you approach? Okay, in which way so you will not be considered something else,
Yeah.
but not a real estate expert, right?
Yeah.
So there is also a very tiny line between approaching if
Yeah.
it comes to me being a woman approaching a man. And then of course about the cultural difference, the language is very important, because I had my client just yesterday saying that he's Spanish, so as I speak Spanish, he said, oh my god, finally I can speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm fed up of people talking me
In English.
Yeah.
and he can speak English, but it's just about being
Fluent.
fluent and expressing yourself
Yeah.
better, and someone to bring you in your own language. It's very important, because when it comes to an investment and people put a lot of money there, they want things to be easy for them.
Yeah.
And just to have this easy communication and faster
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah, I think what I
So-
would like to add over here is also like a lot of people, because Dubai is a place where you have a lot of mixed people from different culture. A lot of people prefer working or communicating or kind of networking with people from their own culture, because they kind of feel safe with them. That's the sense of security also comes in. So, for example, Arabs feel safe with Arabs because they think that they understand their culture, they understand their likes and dislikes, they understand their family structure or how things work. So that's also play a huge role when someone also comes and speaks to you in the same language. I think that's something which really adds to the credibility as well, that they like naturally trust you because they think that you know the Spanish culture. For example, you said Spanish client. You understand the language, they can communicate more easily and they feel safe actually.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, I think there's a level of standards as well, depending on the culture. I'm not trying to say one particular culture has high standards and another particular culture has lower standards, but some would expect lower. I'll give you an example from the UK. In the UK, I know what the properties look like. I know what people, would get for X amount of money. So the standards here, so I would say like a British person will be happy with a studio or a one bed, somewhere like, say, a community or a JVC, because they're just happy for that investment, whether it's, just something that's going to bring them money in return, because their money's going to grow more here than in the UK. Yeah. Whereas if you flip that, if you had an Arab client and you try and sell them a studio or a one bed, they'll be like, are you laughing? Like, I'll have 10 of them. Yeah. Or no, I want a beachfront property, or I want to be in the most expensive area. Yeah. Not like, again, I'm not trying to stereotype, but that's kind of the cultural differences. And then that I think that comes along with how you communicate with them as well. So one thing I know for sure is, and I've had to so obviously we're very multicultural in Dubai, and when I've sat at a table, I've had so many people, actually you, Christiana, I want to talk like you, I want to speak English like you. I've heard so many people say this to me, and because as agents, you guys think that I have a upper hand or an advantage for speaking English as per an English person in Britain.
Yeah. I like perfect accent.
Yeah, yes. I don't think that is an advantage. I think the advantage I have is I know how people operate in the UK. Like I know like how I would like we've got policies and procedures, right? Like things are proper, like step by step. Here's the process. There's no pushing and shoving. Everything's written out. There's a whole method and way of doing it, and there's no pressure and you see what you're buying, and it's just so there's more like the policy and procedure and paperwork involved, not as transparent as Dubai, not as straightforward as Dubai, so it scares people. They're like, there's got to be a scam, like we're used to this way of doing. So that's where someone like me, I'm like, no, I'm from the UK, I've been in real estate 26 years, all my life in the UK, I know how this works, and I'm telling you this is this, and then you've got to remind them, no, don't worry, your money's safe, your property's safe. Don't worry, I'm here for you. So you've got to reassure them, because to them it doesn't make sense. Wait, we do it like this.
Exactly.
And you guys, so I think for me, my advantage is not speaking clear English. It's about the way I explain it and explain those
you can
points.
connect two markets together because you have experience from that country and
Yeah.
this country. I mean, in some countries, people are used to signing papers, doing wax signature and stuff like that. But in Dubai, everything is digital. They get scared. They're like, what if the guy made it himself or something like that?
Yeah.
Because you can even do electronic signatures over here and it works. Power of attorney can be easily given to anyone. Whereas in some countries, it's something which is really serious. You need to know the person. You need to have proper trust in him. But yeah, I mean, Dubai is kind of easygoing with these kind of stuff to make it more efficient. And some people from different backgrounds kind of don't accept this very quickly. You need to be at their level to make them understand how it connects with the Dubai level or Dubai style. So that really helps as well if you're aware of their culture, so you can relate to them.
Sure. So do you think it's important to be able to adapt to different cultures? Or do you think I know it's going to sound like this is an obvious answer, but I don't think it is. Or do you think it's important for people to adapt to this culture? This is how things are done in Dubai, so you need to understand and get with it this way. Or should we be more adaptable to, them? Because the reason I'm asking that is because I've seen a lot of agents that don't adapt, but yet they still close loads of deals. They're just like, no, buy this, buy this, buy this. They don't care. They don't care about being professional. They don't care about speaking proper English or anything like that. Like they will sell like literally ice to an Eskimo kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a two-way street. You got to be adapting to their culture to help them come to your culture. Because if you're not understanding their culture, it would be hard for you to make them understand the Dubai culture, let's say. Because if you are kind of resonating or relating two things together, they would start trusting you. And they would come to like your level, which is, let's say if Dubai level is fast and efficient and it's here, their level is kind of slow with long processes. Every document is being printed out, signed and stuff like that. Or it can be government departments taking weeks time to approve something. You got to understand their pain points. And once you understand that and show them this is the solution Dubai has given you, they will start coming to your kind of culture and kind of ways of things of doing. So it's important for agents to understand, let's say in real estate terms, to understand their client's culture, to understand their market, where they're coming from, to help them come to where they're purchasing right now, which is Dubai.
Yeah.
So that really helps.
Which is crazy, actually, if you think about it, that I say to people back in my country that, yeah, you can be in Greece and you can still own a property in Dubai.
Yeah.
You don't need to be, or you don't even need to come to Dubai and you can still buy. It's everything. They cannot believe that.
No.
Honestly, if they don't come here, spend time, see the place, ask me 100 questions, which I understand it, makes sense, but it's very, very different.
Yeah.
So I think we have to adapt and whatever Camber said and explain to them until they feel safe and be patient, let's say. I mean, you know best, you're dealing with international clients.
Yeah, no, I always try and get the international clients, well, whoever's unsure, no matter where you are, come to Dubai and have a look for yourself if you can. If you can't, how can I show you about Dubai? And obviously I've done a lot of road shows and I love doing road shows because I get to go meet people in their own home country, in their own home city or whatever, and have a face-to-face conversation with them. And whenever I'm back there again, I send them a message, you free for a coffee? I'm not going to sell them anything. It's like, hey, I'm still here. Like I haven't gone. I never said I was going to leave you. And I haven't. I've kept in touch with I went to New York and I spent my free time meeting up with old clients and having coffees and dinners with them, and then vice versa. When they come here, we do the same. And again, that's still about networking, but it's also building that relationship.
Exactly.
But I think you were telling me some quirky things earlier about the numbers.
Oh, about the culture, yeah, of course. So for some people, the number 6, for example, it's like bad luck.
Yeah.
For some other people, the number 8, obviously that's why a big developer is selling at 888.
Yeah.
It's like money, success, luck.
Yeah. So with Vastu compliant, they want to be, when they walk out of their apartment or villa, they want to be facing between north and east.
Yeah,
So that's obviously like a cultural thing.
Which I didn't know before I moved to Dubai, actually.
Yeah.
I learned that from the job. Once they told me, I want Vastu unit, I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
I know now.
And
Too many
funny thing
agents,
is,
they
like-
don't know what to say, by the way. Many agents, they don't know.
Yeah.
what to
Really?
sell. Yeah. Even those
Wow.
who sell villas.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
that's
was
a
really
big thing.
surprised being
Yeah.
asked by an agent who sold many
it
villas
is.
and expensive villas.
I think-
of what does this mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's difficult to know all the rules around Vastu because
yeah,
there is
but
more than
the
that.
concept
Yeah.
itself,
Yeah, but yeah, it's just-
it's very well
Yeah.
known here. And
Yeah.
something.
And it's different. People have different kind of direction for Vastu, because Vastu is direction. So some people believe in northeast, some people believe in west. It's like South Indians, I've heard, like, because I've dealt with a couple of clients with different directions. South Indians, they check different direction, whereas North Indians, people from Gujarat, they have a different direction towards Vastu. Some people check from entrance, some people check from exit, some from the center of the house.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I've always got confused. I'm
Yeah.
like, what does Vastu mean to you before
Exactly.
I can
Yeah.
carry on?
So it's different for
So,
everyone, yeah.
Let's talk about motivation. In this tough business with late nights, long hours, traffic jams, all that stuff, and deals failing, how do we stay motivated? So when you are just feeling like giving up, how do you motivate yourself?
I think literally everyone has been in that point.
Be a bit more energetic. Yeah.
Every agent in the market that's been over 6 months or a year, they felt like lost. I don't know what I'm doing. Is this the right thing? Am I going to fail? Am I going to succeed? You don't know, but you just have to believe in yourself, honestly, and keep going. I think that's the most important thing.
So it's like have a word with yourself then.
Exactly.
To keep going.
Not only, sometimes I feel that we are kind of spoiled. We should be more harsh with ourselves. That's what I would say.
In what way?
In a way that I complain, oh, I'm tired. But if you look around you, people that work in construction, what they're going to say if you are saying you're tired? That we are tired emotionally, yes, but they're tired from all aspects, literally. And at least we get paid well in compared with other people. This is one thing. I mean, we should motivate ourselves by comparing also ourselves with other people, other people's lives. I think this is gonna.
I mean,
No, I'm just listening. I'm just like,
I stuck. I'm like, what?
no, I was just listening. So no, I was just like thinking, okay, so like, no, you're right. So I've never seen it from that point of view.
Actually, that's true. No, because I thought about it because my sister came and she's a bit more spoiled, obviously, because she lived with my parents. She didn't migrate that like I did. So she was like, oh, I need to go in the office from Monday to Friday every day. I'm like, yeah, it's work. I mean, you need to make the sacrifice if you want to make money.
Yeah.
I was like, have you seen other people literally that the only thing they do, they live in a labor camp.
Yeah.
They work 12, 15 hours. They get paid, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 maximum dirham. And they are only going from the labor camp to work. They don't even see Dubai. They send more than half of their money back to their families. What are these people going to say if we complain and we say, oh, I'm unmotivated? I mean, of course, our job is hard also, but if we compare ourselves to other people, I feel blessed and happy, honestly, with what I have. And health, first of all. That's what I mean. Try to be positive and see the good things that are happening in our life rather than the negative.
What if that motivation is going because you don't know how to like keep going, in the sense of like we've all had periods of time where we haven't closed a deal. I don't know about you, but we have we have on this side of the table. So you have a period of time and you're like, how do you like, for me, like the longest period was at the beginning when I first came and I kept changing company because I just knew something wasn't right. And I was really doubting myself. Is it me? Is it me? And to have that motivation to keep like, no, I need to be in a different company. I know I can do this. I know I can do this. But it was hard for me to keep telling myself, like, no, it's not you. You're just in the wrong place. And I had to find that right fit to then be able to like then close the deals. So my motivation was like, I can't quit. I can't give up. I didn't come here to fail. So that was always been my motivation. I didn't come here to fail. I remember why I came here and stuff like that. So, but so say I've tried everything to close a deal and there's literally nothing else I can do. How do you motivate yourself through that?
For me, it's easy just to remember how much I would get paid if I chose my career, let's say.
Yeah.
If I didn't join real estate and the opportunities that real estate brings you. So, and actually today in Dubai, if I just explore the options, like my career options, I understand that nothing, like there is no any career that would really, I would get this amount of money that I expect, in my life. So, and today Dubai is all about real estate again. So it's a very good time now to make money. So if you give up now, because we don't know how the future is, right? So it's like about taking this opportunity today, and just don't give up. It's sometimes it's really hard because you will be disappointed hundreds of times of the clients, of the agents, of the developers, many people who will not be really doing things in a professional way. But you just have to have your principles and something inside of you that says, I know what my worth, right? My self-worth, and I know that I'm capable enough. I know that I'm an expert. I invested a lot of time to be a good real estate expert. So why would I give up? Why would I leave this way for other newly joined agents who don't know anything? So if I can give this my expertise and value to people, so you have to keep going, and it's just about knowing who you are. And
I think it's more about discipline than motivation, because if you are disciplined, yes, motivation is a feeling. One day you're going to feel super motivated that today is the best day. I'm going to go out, smash it, make calls, meet my clients, go visit my listing, show houses. Yeah, it's going great. I mean, wow, nice day. But the next day can be dead. It can be, I cannot see anything happening today. I don't know what to do. And this basically demotivates you. So once you have a clear understanding of your goals, what you want to achieve from the job, what your day looks like, you need to build a discipline, because discipline keeps you going. And discipline really helps you on your hard days, because that's where you exactly need discipline. If you don't have discipline, it's really hard to remotivate yourself, because then you kind of forget about the real end goal you chose to come into this field or do this job. Because let's say for some people, it's about having freedom with money or providing for family or building business, or it can be anyone. Everyone has their own kind of end goal from certain task. And if you have discipline to achieve that, how to kind of reach that goal, you will just follow whatever has to be done, other than feeling, okay, today I'm motivated, I'll do this much. Today I don't feel good, I'm tired. Because we are human at the end of the day. We're going to have feelings.
Yeah.
We're going to have tired and
burnout is a real thing.
Exactly.
Because so I was talking about when you're not closing deals, but actually you can be demotivated from the side where it's really busy and you get what happened. I mean, I can say this doesn't happen to me because I'm very organized, but you can get overwhelmed because there's so many emails, so many phone calls, so many, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And that gets over and you're just thinking, I just don't want to do this. Like, I just need to go sleep for a whole day and I'll deal with it tomorrow. And you can't. But I think in that instance, you've got to realize that this is a hot time in the real estate market in Dubai. Do you really want to sleep that one day and probably miss out on such a big opportunity? You can sleep when, all the other agents are gone and it's just the elite that are left, the ones that worked through and had that work ethic and that motivation to drive yourself through. And that's what makes you stand out from the crowd as well, by having that ability to motivate
Exactly.
yourself, push yourself through, whether it's down times, up times, you still gotta you've gotta
gotta show
have
up.
your hand
Yeah.
gotta show up, exactly. But that's the thing for me, as like where you and I worked together, our CEO there, I'll never forget the first like group meeting, team meeting we had, and he literally said, do you want to be that person who closes deals today, blows the money on the weekend, and then does that? Or do you want that person that's going to keep closing, stack the money, stack the money?
Consistency.
Yeah. And then you've stacked that money, and then you can just chill and be like, oh, I've got this much money in the bank. I've got this many clients waiting for me. I can enjoy a week off because I know I've got the money and I've got the business there. That has always been my theory now as well. Like, no, when I've got a big network of personal clients, when I've got X amount of money in the bank that's going to let me survive for a good 10 years without having to work, that's when I'll sleep. And then that's the motivation you need, where
100%.
standard is not enough. Like,
You got to be hungry always.
Always got to be hungry. If you stop being hungry and you go sleep, the person next to you is going to catch that fish, and
Exactly.
you're
You're just gonna miss out.
back in the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. This has been so helpful. Thanks for sharing your experiences and advice. It's clear that to do well in Dubai real estate, you need to be good at networking, understanding different cultures, and be able to keep going even when it's hard. That's all for today's Coffee with Kirren. I hope this helped. Remember, connecting with people, understanding cultures, and staying motivated are key to success in Dubai's real estate market. Join me next time for more on Dubai real estate. Until then, happy networking.